Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Seraphim Tarot. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each of you that are taking a moment and spending some time just seeing if the message resonates with you. Today we have a message for Lee. Lee, I hope you enjoy this reading, get the answers that you need, and get some insight into the future that you're seeking. Also, for anybody else that's available that wants, feel free to send the $20 blessing to my CashApp. It'll be in the description. And as soon as I get that, just put a code word on there on the name that you would like for it to be read by. And I would turn around and use that name, such as this one for Lee. So, all right, Lee, let's go ahead and start your reading. I'm going to go ahead and turn up the music just a little bit. And just take a few moments while I'm shuffling. Enjoy these, okay? All right, Lee. A little reserved, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, Lee. Yeah, you've been holding back a little bit and communicating whatever this is. So I can see by the cards flying, I have a feeling that this happens with you a lot. Usually those that are frequent with tarot readings every couple of months or so, especially an example like this, will actually wait and see if the reading is right or true because of how cards normally respond to their energy. So we have a feeling that the cards like to really pop for you. Okay, so Lee, what we have here is you have the King of Swords in reverse, okay? This is a kind of a period of time where you're coming out of. You were finding some inner truth. You developed or recognized a weakness in yourself. Maybe even some callous behavior that you were kind of dealing with. However, there's a certain point where you got into the Eight of Cups, okay? Now, the Eight of Cups is kind of like a withdrawal, and you were walking away from the behavior of the King of Swords that was in reverse. So you realized something about yourself. You were a little disappointed about yourself, and you knew that you needed to kind of leave that behind and walk away, okay? Now, looking in the near future here, which, as you know, I don't use time scales, but I do a past, present, and future. And you have the Temperance, which is a nice balance and harmony. You've been finding meaning, and you're coming into the thought process where you are taking more of a conscious look about who's in here and getting over the disappointment, I feel, and then walking away from the behaviors from that King of Swords. Now, to confirm these, each of these, I've got your Page of Swords in the upright that's in your King of Swords in reverse. That means that you've had that curiosity and those new ideas, that you know now that you have that thirst for knowledge, that you are negotiating more additional information to allow yourself to get out of, the disharmony. The Three of Pentacles in reverse here. I'm assuming that you probably work at home. You're not getting that teamwork environment that you're used to, collaborating with others. and it's making you feel a little disorganized, and at the same time you're still remembering this temperance in the near future here. So with that, I've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, which means that you're kind of not taking care of yourself the way that you're supposed to. So there's something that you're missing. There's something that you're lacking, not locking. You do feel this is a bit of unfairness, maybe because of what how much you've done for other people. I do see you as very much this Page of Swords in the upright. When you're in your element, you can negotiate contracts. You have a thirst for knowledge. I'm assuming that you read a lot, that you are very, very intellectual, and maybe what you've been trying to cover is that disappointment of finding those things and trying to escape that. But you're coming out of it. You've got these new ideas. You know that right now that you're a little disorganized. You have that group conflict that is, you're not really getting the collaboration that you need. And with the temperance here that you're not taking care of yourself the way that you should. I want you to fix that, okay? That's a very, very big thing that I want to make sure that you do, okay? Now, Lee, when I use your bridge cards from the past to the present, I'm getting the Ace of Swords in reverse, which is, there's a bit of confusion that you've already kind of gone through. Okay, this is your mode of thinking as you were moving and transitioning from your past to your present. And that confusion and chaos and frustration just really made you stop and think back, what idea do I need to reconsider, or what direction do I need to move in order to allow myself a more smooth process? In doing so, to bridge your present to your future, you have the High Priestess in reverse here, okay? And what that's telling me is that the misunderstandings that I'm seeing that you probably had with yourself, and the intuition that you're resisting, you're withdrawing, and you've kind of gone silent. Now's not the time, sweetheart, to go silent. Remember, you have this Page of Swords where you have all the curiosities in the world that you need to express. That thirst is what's going to help you overcome that disconnected feeling from the High Priestess in reverse. You're not a selfish person. You're not a silence, and you're not meaning you're not silent. However, there's a big misunderstanding maybe that you're trying to recognize within yourself. And so I hope that you turn around and you look at this in a different way. And here's why I love what I do. Okay? Your overall on where you are currently is the Hermit. Just as I mentioned, you're soul searching, you're contemplating, you're redirecting that mode of thinking, and maybe going to where some of the outside information that's been coming in, whether it be family, work, anything of the sort, you're now kind of looking more on a tunnel vision, and you're allowing these things to happen, and you're moderating these things, but at the same time you have a tunnel vision of where you're headed, which means that you're spending more time meditating, which is huge. I want you to continue doing that. Look for guidance, wait for information from within that reassures you of who you are and how special you are. And don't forget that. Even though you're not having that collaboration, I've worked from home before, and I did it for quite a while, and you do feel a sense of being alone. You're not out public. You never leave the house. I'd really encourage you, even if it's just a simple walk around the neighborhood, just to get up, go do what you need to do, but get out of the house, get some sunlight, get some air that is different from your current environment, and to absorb some other positive energies that are out there. In doing this, there's one more card here for you that says the Queen of Wands. So that's letting me know that you do have a zest for life. It's something that you're moving more into, and you are finding that independence within yourself while you're in hermit mode, that you're going to bloom, Lee. You're going to bloom so beautifully. And that joy that you feel and that joy that you love about who you are, don't hold that back. Make sure that you continue to address that, meditate on that. Would like to say at least 3-4 times a week. I'm trying to be disciplined to do it myself. We have to find time for that. So encourage you to really try to find time for that. Even if it's somewhere that you're at a park bench and it's somewhere away from that environment, and you just go and you sit by yourself and just listen to everything that's around you. Clear your head as much as possible and just listen to the sounds, but don't necessarily focus on what exactly you're hearing. Don't define it. Just understand its rhythm and how it encompasses the rest in what you're listening to. And you'll start to hear a rhythm, and that rhythm will start coming around. You'll hear things come and go, much like music. And when you do, just allow that to overcome you enough to the point that you start working on your breathing and try to breathe with that rhythm that you have. And that in itself, Lee, or whomever this will help with, that will help tremendously. At that point, you should start getting a lot of clarity on what it is that is concerning you and what you need to fix. Just a suggestion. We're all learning in this, we're all growing in this, so that is what has helped me. Alright, so let's see what we have from the Angels and Ancestors deck. Oh, okay, a lot to be said. One moment. Yeah, I agree, Lee. This is your cards have to fly for readings for you. Okay, so you have a lot here, which is fine. I have no problem going through these with you. All right, so you do have the Peacekeeper here. So let go of the need of feeling like you have to be right. Guilty of that myself. Try to keep the peace in all situations and make sure that you're keeping peace with yourself. You also have the Traveler. What that's telling me is that, don't hold yourself limited to where you're at. Start moving in that tunnel vision direction that I mentioned, and allow yourself to go out more. And if you are working from home, which I really feel strongly about, try to get time to where you're outside. Try to 30 minutes, if at all possible, or on your days off if you're not working, make the effort to go do that. Because you are Mother Earth. I want you to feel loved and comforted. That in itself, just remember who you are, what your soul purpose is moving towards, and kind of reaffirm that. When you do reaffirm that, make sure that you're taking some intuitive messages that are coming from within. Take note of those. But also you have the Lord here, which is take charge of with authority. Make sure that you have that confirmation within you, to know that you are moving in the right direction. Okay? Whatever you are encountering right now, I want you to continue doing that and do the work. As we progress through summer, I feel like as you move into autumn, you're going to be able to release those old habits, those old negative patterns, and you're going to be able to put them to rest. I believe I've said it before, my mother, she likes the 4 seasons. And where I'm from, in Virginia Beach, you get literally 3 months of every season. And so she always likes the autumn, because the summertime you have all the bugs and critters and stuff, and she knows, okay, they're going to start dying off and not really being such a nuisance anymore. So that is something to just look at, that, the leaves change, the leaves die. You have rebirth in the spring. So, and when autumn time comes around, don't forget to kind of allow those feelings to go along with that. Be devoted and committed to your growth. Make sure that you're allowing yourself to recognize the things that you need. Be honest with yourself. Don't deny that intuitive feeling that you have. That's what got you into this 8 of Cups, where you had that feeling of abandonment, and that walking away, you kind of started leaving yourself behind. And so I want to encourage you to come back and find yourself, find your center. When you do that, you're going to unlock the magic from within. It's really going to make you see yourself differently, and I encourage you to allow that time to happen. It is a long process. Mine personally was probably over 9 months to a year, and I'm still going through some of it sometimes. But make sure you have a good support system and somebody you can effectively communicate with, and start unlocking and feeling that confidence within yourself as you heal. You choose your path wisely. You do have the direction guardian, so I love this card because on it there are actually 6 wings. 6 wings represents a seraph. A group of seraphs together is the seraphim. So again, choose your path and that direction that you want to go, and make sure that you're disciplining yourself in doing that, whether it's getting outside, whether it's in those self-love, self-healing things that are going to help you to grow. Okay? And while you're doing it, one last message for you, Lee. I'm encouraging you, because your last card here is the Eagle card, okay? Which is, you want to see things from a higher perspective. And I encourage you to look at your dream from a high altitude that just allows you to go beyond what might be directly in front of you, and see what that goal is that you want. See where your dreams are. See what you are fighting for. If it's family, if it's career, if it's love, whatever it may be, see that ultimate goal that's out there. And I want you to soar as high as an eagle, and look and make sure that you remind yourself of that. But remember, every now and then an eagle has to land. And when they land, they need to take time to rest. And right now, yes, you might be in a resting pattern, being the fact of in the hermit. However, when you see the rough terrain ahead of you, sometimes it deters that purpose, and I don't want that purpose to be burned out. So anytime that you need to rise up, even if you're in the depths of a valley and you don't know how you're going to get out of it, regardless of what it is, I want you to rise up in your spirit and look and see what your ultimate goal is. And when you do, I promise you, you're going to come back and you're going to be more rested, but you're going to be more driven to make sure that you continue that fight each day. Okay? You can't make it to the second floor of an apartment or building or anything without taking each step. So don't try to jump an entire floor. Take one day, one step at a time. All right? I love you, Lee. Thank you so much. I hope this resonated with you or anyone else that's out there. Again, please see in the description. I'll be happy to do the same thing for you. As I mentioned, just please in the description put YouTube and then put the name that you would like the video addressed to. And again, that's all the information that I would need. All right? I love each of you. I will see each of you soon. Have a great day.